Today's hunt takes place in the deep south of Texas, where Gavin de la Garza, hunting at his family's ranch, shoots a white-tailed deer. Now, the question is, on the anatomy of this shot, are you going to be able to figure out what organs he hit? It's a little tricky, and I think this is a very interesting one that you'll enjoy. Okay, we're going to pause the hunt, and this is where the arrow is in flight. You can see the arrow in the camera just before it hits the deer just yards away. So what I would like you to do is, number one, pick the spot on the deer where it looks like you think it's going to hit. Do you believe this shot is going to be a kill shot? Yes or no?
Straight that way, and I think I actually see her piled up. Yup, there we go. There's the first drop there, which means I don't know if you can see that. There's some there. It's gonna be coming up pretty quick. Like right there. Alright, we're good there.
Blood.
Okay, we're going to try to answer the question, could have Gavin made a better shot? Now let's take a look at where he hit the deer again. So Doris will come in with the camera and just show you that's where the arrow entered the deer, okay? So let's go through this in a little bit of detail. Number one, should have he taken the shot? The National Bowhunter Education Board does not recommend or does not believe or frowns on any frontal shots. So from their perspective and from my perspective, frontal shots should not be taken. The reality is the archery industry has turned in their pro-frontal shots. It's kind of like a controversial thing. So the reality is people take it. So it's my job to try to help you, if you are going to take it, to understand the shot and how it works anatomically and physiologically so you kill the animal and don't wound it. Okay, when Gavin shot his deer, when we did the reenactment of the shot scene, the deer was at, I believe, 21 degrees broadside towards him. And as his arrow left, his bow came into the deer dropped and turned, and he actually hit the deer at 37 degrees. Now the question is that true, and where did I come up with those angles? So I'm going to show you. So what we did is we brought our computer out here, we stopped the scene at exactly where the deer was at before his arrow left the bow, okay? Then what we did is I built this is literally a giant protractor that is made for me to move this string to be able to show exact angles, because I can't teach what a quartering shot is. It's a general term. I need to have a specific degree. So by analyzing that, we brought that in there in the computer, we looked at it together, and we figured 21 degrees, this is 20, this is 30, was the angle the deer was facing when he shot it. Now, it turned, how did we come up with 37 degrees where the deer was when he shot? We went into where he hit it, which was right here.
7, hit the 6th rib pretty dead on. 13, 12, 11, between 11 and 10, I hit the 10th. I don't think I touched the 11th, it just kind of looks like it.
On the back side here, I'll turn this around here and I'll show you. Jacob's gonna hold the arrow right back. between the 10th and 11th rib. So it came out where he's holding it. It went in here. So then what I did is I then took a level and I put the level down where that should be. And then we came back with that level and we had that to be at 37 degrees. Now, I'll spin this around and let you see the backside with the liver where Jason lined it up and explained how that worked. Do you see how he lined this up between the 13, 12, 11, and 10? Right here, you can see my liver is just about perfect where it was. This is where his arrow came out at, and he came out right in the dead middle of the liver there.
Lung goes over like this, hits the lung, also hits the liver right there, comes through the liver, pretty much cuts almost all the way across the liver.
So I use this as my reference point for my exit. I use the reference point where he hit on the other side, and that's what gives me the degrees. Everything I'm doing, I'm trying to be as scientific and as perfect as I can be. Is it perfect? Was it 2137? No, but I challenge anybody to make it any better. This is really important, and it's going to help people to see the video footage that I need. He came out between the 10th and 11th rib, okay? The deer have 13 ribs, so we count from the back. 13, 12, 11, 10. So his arrow came out right in here, okay? And he came out in the dead middle of the liver. So we're going to take a look at where I placed my liver here and how that works, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take apart the shoulder blade. I'm going to take off these ribs, okay? So we have the ribs, now we have the liver. Now, this is what we call our hollow lung, and that would show that his arrow came through the 5th rib. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did he say it was the 5th rib or 6th rib? It came through in here, and it came out right through here and came out there. Now, if you see the angle of my liver here, it is actually not forward as much as his was. So does that mean I'm wrong in my sculpture? Yes and no. Here's what we have to know. If we take a look at the lung, here's the lung. What separates the lung from the liver is the diaphragm. And the diaphragm is basically just a membrane. It's somewhat membrane, it's somewhat muscle. And in essence, besides that 1/16 of an inch, the liver is pushing up against the lung. Here's the difference though. The diaphragm, when we breathe, we take a big deep breath, two things happen. Our chest pulls out, our diaphragm pulls down. And when it pulls down, it changes its shape. When you breathe out, your diaphragm is forward in the animal like a ball. It's, I figure, like a small bowling ball is set inside it. So the liver then will be more angled forward with it because it's tight, it's attached, literally, it's like it's sewn to the diaphragm. As you exhale, the liver will come back out, you breathe in, and it will actually flatten out. So in other words, the angle of this liver varies dependent upon the diaphragm, okay? So what he did is, this is a single lung showing the diaphragm and the liver. He came in through here, and his shot went right through the middle of the liver, and you see the middle of the liver on the inside is very thick. It's wide. On the outside of it, it ends up coming to what I call a rounded point. He literally came in through this diaphragm, which would be over here, hit the liver right here, came literally right through the middle of the liver. And he came out literally right in the middle of one of these lobes that he made the liver look like it actually had 3 lobes. So that's a perfect situation for me to be able to show where he came out at the 10th and a half rib, that he went directly through the dead middle of the liver. So the answer is this. In my opinion, he shouldn't have taken the shot. Number 2, from where the arrow hit, he hit it absolutely perfect. And you can believe this or not, he planned with his hunting experience that deer would drop and it would turn away because there's a trail there. And that's exactly where he aimed, so that when the deer turned, he would hit it there. So that's pretty cool from my perspective. What do you think from your perspective?